If you live in Chandigarh, I'm sure you have seen one of these around. If you haven't, this is actually technically a piece of art by the original designer of Chandigarh. Some of them even went missing or got stolen and were sold for a pretty big sum. The design is quite interesting. It features a map of the city, and of course, I wanted one. So I took one of the images and traced it into a vector. Basically, traced it into like a drawing from scratch, and then I put that in Blender, imported it as a SVG file, and added a modifier. The whole process is pretty interesting. But for this, I simply just go to the modifiers and add a modifier, go to generate and select solidify. So to a normal vector, it adds a bit of thickness that I can then use to modify an existing shape. In this case, a cylinder with 108 faces flattened down to look like a coin. Then, well, it was time to slice it up using the anycubic slicer. The slicer is a software that tells your 3D printer what a file is supposed to look like, what is its size, and it also has a cool little time lapse of how the head will go around printing it. It's pretty neat. It's a little bit like Blender. I think the purpose is to see whether the process is going as planned or if there is any design capabilities or anything if you want to change the order. Then came the moment of truth. It took around 1 hour 40 minutes or so to get the printing right. I'm using a new filament, so it is a little bit dicey to figure out every time what is supposed to be the Z offset and what is supposed to be the right temperature. After the printing is done, it requires a little bit of sanding to smooth out the edges and make it look nice. This is one of my favorite parts, although it's quite messy. And here we go. This is what it looks like. You can use it as a coaster, use it as a piece of art. Looks pretty neat, huh?